kind of got my background sort of sorted now, so I've been making this yesterday. And I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up, so don't worry, I'll get to all the other new stuff. So, thought I'd go on about what this is basically my personal thing, because eventually over that side is where the desk is going to be, and you've been following where the Imperial's been. And it is a mess at the minute, so do excuse that. But the desk is eventually going here. I'll be having a desk chair, so this big chair's going. And that will basically be the backdrop, as you can imagine. So, this is all my favourite memorabilia. I've still got more stuff coming, eventually. I say coming. No, I haven't got anything coming yet, because I've basically spent enough. I've only spent 2 items, this shelf and that, and I'm going to get onto it in a minute, or whenever in the video. So, I need to take my time, not go rushing. I always get out of breath. So this is all my favourite things to do from YouTube or games, my favourite film, the Daleks obviously, and anything that I still hold on to that I've had since I was yay big. So, they're quiet at the minute, so that's good. And I thought we'll start from the bottom and work our way up. So, going into detail of what every single thing is, and that's not meant to be there because that's not part of it. I will put that over there. Right. So, starting from the bottom, which is ironic because some of this is personally my stuff. So, again, it's just anything that I found. I'll start with this. People won't know, but I always did like trains as a kid, and Thomas was one of mine, so it's a bit childish, but I believe I did have something like this as a kid, if my dad can correct me. Now, another thing is, which is ironic, which it should be at the top, but I want it down here. The only oldest item on here, from what I can tell and what I've got, which is mine, is this Dalek here. And this one is, I don't even know how old, but it's about 2006, I think. My mum and Ben got me this Dalek, so yeah, it's the oldest one, it's not the damaged one, and it's one that was given to me personally, so I've still got this, but it's not working anymore. But who knows, I'll eventually get it sorted. The shoes that I got ages ago, Dalmatian ones, a Pac-Man clock from like 2011, this Titans Dalek, the Eternal one, because I do like the paradigms, as you can probably tell, and I need to finish this, well, his plunger and armour up somewhere else, but I'll explain. And that was a second-hand one, and I will eventually get all 4 of them, and you'll be thinking, well, why not all 5? And there wasn't 5 because they didn't do the orange one, so I will eventually get all the others if I can, in mint condition, white, blue, and red. And I've got a yellow one now, and then I'll get maybe another red, because they were the cheapest and easier to get hold, and turn that into an orange one later down the line. But at the minute, that's a mint one in condition with its remote. I don't know if it works, but it's one of my favourites, and I'm not the biggest Paradigm fan, but I wanted one anyway. I've got 2 of these yellow ones, because I was going to do a custom with another. But I'll explain that in the future. Going from that, then we've got just things from Minecraft, because if you didn't know, I do like that game, but I've never really played it much. But maybe in the future I may do a bit more. Maybe I'll actually just make a second account if I get later into proper gaming, if I can make some money from that, if I'm any good, because I'm not the greatest gamer in the world. This was one of their collars, and it's a Dalmatian one that I think my mum got me these. And this is leftover Lego from last night. I tell you, my knees or ankles are killing me, because I was on this floor all night from, I don't even know what time, until midnight, building that bloody thing, because it came. Other things, this is important stuff, I need to put that there. Other things, which I need to start collecting again. This CD is personal because it's not his, but Ben used to play this every year, so I love the order the Christmas music goes in that, so I'm getting one of them for when it's Christmas. I had to buy a new one because the old ones were buggered, but special edition remembrance because you know that's my favourite story. 101 Dalmatians. I do need to get the live action ones again, and then the goodies, which I think Ben bought me that at one of my birthdays. Just them two things are quite old, and that's another monster can. As you can tell, they just get left about. This from the help of a friend from theatre who told me about it, and I wanted to get it because it's Dalmatian, obviously. And yeah, she told me about it and I wanted it. And well, we used to get on like fire at theatre because we both had the same interest in Dalmatians and 101. But yeah, a little bag that cost about, I think it was 70 quid. Going from that, now this, it's not original because sadly, when I had Daleks, I had one like this, exactly this one as well, the gold one. But my mum and stepdad always thought, well, if the eyes get broken and whatever, it doesn't work anymore, and they basically slung it. I was told never to play with it, and when I did, I always had a tendency of breaking the limbs off. So this is meant to be basically when I moved from my official house to then when my mum went with my stepdad. This was one of the only things that I took with me. Sadly not this one, but this is the one that I had. I remember the gold one fondly a lot. It's a shame I don't have the original one. PewDiePie merch that I've had for ages, even though I don't really watch him anymore. I was more of a Markiplier guy. But over the years, I don't really watch anyone anymore now. Content's completely changed. But yeah, if you remember that book, phone case, I got personalised with it, and then some shoes, and that's their treats. I'm not a car person, I'm sure you know this anyway, but this is personal because my grandma and granddad were obsessed with racing. So I saw it the other day, and I was like, I like Formula cars, because we used to watch it all the time. And then this is a recent thing from B&M. So going from that, then this shelf, just anything that I bought that I liked and I wanted on display. More than Prime things, which they tasted like shit, but I was in a mood for collecting, but that's them. Then this is another old thing that we've had for years, and that was another Product Enterprise Dalek that is still in mint condition. And then that Paradigm that you saw a few months ago, the bubble bath thing. This is old as well. This is quite old, and it's a what is it? A stress ball thing. And then all these books from down the line, and then my camera that I need to fix again. Going from that, the all-time favourite Daleks of mine, a accurate Imperial, and I'll have to make a video to show the difference between this and the character options. That this was made in Ireland, and it's a resin one, so it's not a toy. It is quite hefty, and I have done it up a little bit. Not great, but it'll, as you can see, the dye is coming off. But you know what? Just something to show off one of my favourite, as well as the graphite grey Day of the Daleks, as you remember them, and the leader. And then this area here, when I get round to finishing it, is the YouTube stuff that I like on the internet, which is Roxanne Wolf, and I found some yesterday, which is funny, for £1. And I saw that in Bad Bambi, Pomni, and eventually here, if she fits, there's going to be another resin mannequin thing, which is going to be Charlie Morningstar from Hasbin Hotel. Take it how you will, it's not the greatest show in the world, but I still like it. And if I could get an Alistair, I will in the future, but this is in time. And then going from that, we then have the Imperial stuff. So this is again another old one that I've had for years. This is one of my personal ones. And I always took the wheels off. Again, not accurate, but it's personal to me. The Daypole version, because we did have these, and again, this is not original, this is second-hand, but we had loads of these Daypole Daleks. And then Eagle Moss ones, and I believe this was the first Imperial in the correct sculpt that I owned before I got one of those. And then one of these that just basically mountain water. When I was working in Wakefield, that were 2 years ago now, used to coal off at the where were it now? Basically on the main road of Wakefield, where there's a petrol pump place. I bought loads of these, and then the other ones that I bought, which is this here, and I would love to get them again, but they don't do them in the UK. These were absolutely nice if you liked coffee and energy drinks. These were good, but they were like £3 a can. And then going from that, and then the big thing that I have spent a lot of money. This shelf in total was 60. This is 90 quid at the minute, so if you are wanting one of these, I got it off Amazon, so I'd be quick because they're 90 quid at the minute. And if you couldn't tell, I have tried my hardest to make it look like Oddball. I matched the colour spots with her ears as best I could. So it's meant to be Finny, because I did say I'm going to get a second one, and I'll have the other one in the sitting position to look like Penny at a later date. But yeah, this took me a good 3 hours to build. And it's big. Well, I say it's big. How big do I describe it? There's my hand for scale. I thought it was going to be bigger, but I forgot how small Lego is. So yeah, I'll probably do a video in later to show it more in detail. Some pop vinyl, and then another Lego thing, and then a coaster my mum bought me ages ago. So yeah, 90 quid if you want to quickly get one, because they're still 130 on the Lego store and anywhere else. I was panicking, I was thinking it was going to be a bootleg one, but no, it's official. But I've still got the box up there. So yeah, and then I put the LEDs on here, so it's quite a nice shelf. And then other things, this one, the yellow one's very special to me because you had to basically get it in a limited edition thing, but then later they brought out a 5-pack, so it kind of lost all valuability. Is that the word? I don't know. But anyway, I got 5 of these, if they're the original ones. I know the yellow one is because I only bought one yellow one. And they're the paradigms in bootleg Lego form. When I was younger, I was obsessed with My Little Pony, enough said. Mannequin. These, again, meant to be like this one, but in a 3-pack, because I remember my dad, we had loads of these at the old house. The metallic paradigm that I've still to finish off and put all the bumps back on, and it's one that I fixed with the hatch at the back, but I do need to finish this. This is one of my oldest paradigms, the only one I owned, which was a bright red one, and then I gutted all the interior out, so it's not really a working one, it's just a model. A skateboard, because I used to skate a lot when I was young, and this is the only one I've ever owned in my life, and my favourite was Santa Cruz. A movie Dalek, one of the Product Enterprise ones, and probably a really good sculpt, even though it's not 100% accurate. The other collar, and then the box that I mentioned is quite a big box, and I do need to put a clock up here. So yeah, and then this, I forgot about that. A resin TARDIS, which was at B&M about a year ago. You could get one in blue. This is a William Hartnell one, and it's kind of what my police box is going to look like a little. You could get it in blue or in monochrome, which I got one for my stepdad in the monochrome. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it, and this floor is very creaky. But that is basically going to be the backdrop now. And then he is going to be eventually going in the corner there, so that fridge will be budged up a bit more, or put somewhere else, but then he's going to then go there. So yeah, it's not the most exciting thing, but I did say I was gonna, and I'm trying to get it all sorted. I'm trying to get all of this going all the way around the bottom of the bedroom, stairs, and everywhere in the house. But it's slowly taking shape if I can get to a good location. If you imagine, eventually this is where the camera will be sat. Or in fact, let me try even more. Move this out of the way. The camera will be somewhere around about here, I imagine. So that will be eventually... This is difficult when I'm bending over everything. But yeah, that'll be like the backdrop if this dark's out of the way. And I can change the light, it's only LEDs. So yeah, plenty of space actually. So yeah, it's not actually gonna look too bad. So that's what I've been doing. I've been butchering up the Dalek and cleaning up the room, but I do need a stronger hoover, and this will be pulled up eventually, and then a new rug will be going down. But yeah, not much to say. But yeah, I keep saying that, but yeah. Who knows what else I'll add to the collection, but that's what it looks like at the minute. Oh, and then the umbrella, forgot about that I bought ages ago. So who knows what else I'll add over time. I may add more, but we'll just have to see. So I'll see you again whenever.